What's up, y'all? So here's a quick art tip. If you have some old drawings that you haven't finished and you just want to try a different look with it, here's a cool little trick I kind of messed around with, and it does some pretty interesting results. So I have this little pirate girl drawing that I didn't really like. So what I'm gonna end up doing is exporting this first and then bringing it into another application. Now the app that I brought it into is called Faceapp, and they have a free trial, I believe, and then there's a paid version with a few more features available. So I have my drawing here, and what this does is it kind of analyzes the photo, and you can kind of change styles of hair. So I can give this person long hair, and it does some interesting things where it starts to add different details I noticed to some of the illustrations. So I'm gonna try a wavy hairdo. So it looks actually pretty decent. If I long press on it, I can toggle between before and after. But not only can it change the hair, but it can also add the makeup and contouring. So you notice it's adding a lot more makeup and changing the lips and the eye shape a little bit too. You can toggle this little button on the side here, and it gives you the option to add layering of these different effects. So I can change the eyelashes. I can add additional things here. I can darken. What that does. Oh, okay, it adds a little more darkness to the lips and stuff there. So toggle that on and off. Okay. So if I like those looks, I can again long press the before and after. And it's adding a whole lot of detail, which is great because it saves me a lot of time. But I can change the color of the hair. Perhaps I have a character and I want to just see how it would look with a different hair color or hairstyle. And they have different looks you can go for. So as a blonde, making a platinum blonde character, and within seconds I got a whole new look from the same character I had. What I really think is cool though is you can actually change some facial expressions. So I can give this person a wide smile. And it did a weird thing with the nose. It almost looks like a nose piercing, which would kind of be a fun little thing to add actually. But you can have a closed mouth. But it gave it realistic teeth. Obviously it's thinking this is a real photo, so that's kind of cool. But I think I would have it as a closed smile. And again, it's adding details to the nose, to the mouth. Something else I'd probably do, you can toggle the skin. You can give it a tan. That's a bit much. So I don't know if I would do that. Let's try no bags. I don't really have any under the eyes because I didn't really add too much detail to the face. But, okay, so let's try maybe smoothing. Again, it's not any wrinkles really, but it's softening a lot of a little bit of everything. I'm looking at what it's doing to the hair, the neck, around the mouth, the cheeks. So I'll keep that. They have default, what they call them, impressions, preset looks basically, that you can toggle through. This is kind of changing the lip size, passion. Okay, let's crank that up to the max. Some of these have these little sliders, or these options of how extreme you want that effect to be. I actually kind of like what it's doing to the brow ridge area, but I don't like what it's doing to the eyes. It's giving it this weird line between over the eye. But again, this wouldn't be the final result. This is just a good kind of starting point. So let's see one more here. And before, after, before, after, before, after. Okay, that's alright. So you can change the age. You can make it an older character. So it gives it more wrinkles, gray hair, etc. So that's kind of Kind of crazy looking right there. You can add glasses, which I think is pretty cool because it actually makes it look really realistic, like how it casts shadows sometimes. For this, well, that example is terrible, but sometimes it works really, really well, and it gives me like a really good placeholder. So, those are okay. Again, I wouldn't say these are like the final product, but like a good starting point. So, don't love those, but if this, you can swap genders around, so I can make this more of a masculine, male kind of character there. It's interesting seeing what it's doing. With the feminine option there. What did it do? Change the hair around a little bit. Made the nose smaller. Okay, cancel. Has a little retouching option built into it. You can kind of go in if you had some stuff you wanted to kind of clean up. You can kind of paint over, so if I want to get rid of that. Alright, it's a quick little fix. I can apply that. So again, you see the before and after. Before, after, before, after. So it did like 60% of the work for me as far as like shading and contouring the face, and like it fixed the nose a little bit there for me. I'd still have to go in and fix the neck. But this is just another art tool to use. And it has like preset filters. I don't know if I'd really use these, because I'd rather do that independently from this. But again, it's a good start. So I'm happy with this so far. So I'm going to export this by hitting save and saving it to my photo gallery. And you can actually preview the before and after side by side, which is kind of cool. Like, that made quite a difference. So on to the next step. Now back in Procreate, all I did was import the image like you would with any photo. And I can toggle before and after, and like, man, it's a drastic difference. So I don't like how this made the hair super realistic. I'd rather like keeping this looking more like painterly. So from here, I can spend time now kind of matching the colors a little bit more, or you can take this back into Photoshop and kind of fine tune some of this stuff. And again, this is the before and after. It's like drastic difference, tons of time saved. If you didn't do it this way, then, you know, I mean, you can do it manually. It just takes a longer time using like some of my like airbrush tools, again, that are available for free on my website. You can carve out shapes and stuff if you wanted to do that manually with the cheeks. You know, you could have did it that way and all that. Create bags under the eyes if you wanted to. Whatever, but you get the idea. Anyway, hopefully this was somewhat helpful and kind of showed you another way you can utilize different apps that are available out there right now. Again, this is a Faceapp, it's called, and I'm using that in as well as Procreate. But you can also use like Photoshop, whatever you have. If you don't have Photoshop, you can use free stuff available like Photo P, which is basically Photoshop, but through your web browser. And anyway, you know, paint whatever drawing you want, take it into the Faceapp, see what it does to your drawings, and come up with some cool stuff. All right, y'all. I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful day and stay safe out there.